just not appreciated.
From the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Baltimore District.
Throughout the day, our police and fire crews, along with regional partners, have been working closely with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers on recovery and salvage operations. As of this update, we have positively identified 55 sets of remains. During recovery and salvage operations today, additional human remains were located. These remains, as well as remains that have been recovered previously, are in the process of being positively identified by the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner of the District of Columbia. All of those involved with these efforts continue to work diligently at several sites.
And today was a very successful day for the most part. We began the effort to clear the wreckage in the Potomac right at sunrise. We left Gravelly Point and then began this larger interagency effort. Throughout the day, we've had some success. The first of the two engines was removed at about 10 o'clock this morning. Shortly after that, about noon, we had the fuselage out of the water. And then about 2:30 this afternoon, we began our salvage operations to begin to bring the wing out of the water. Those were our goals for today. The fuselage, the engine, and the wing, we are on our way. Right now, we anticipate that most of those items will end up on the barge, like we talked about last night, stay overnight in a secured and covered condition until we can make our way to a transport point tomorrow morning. A lot of our operations tomorrow will be dictated by tidal conditions. The barge that we're using has a shallow draft. We're going to wait till high tide, probably close to around 10 o'clock, before we can start actually begin transferring those items from the barge over to the transport that will eventually bring them over to Hangar 7. Over the next 24 hours, our goal is really to complete our commitment to finishing the civilian plane recovery. Tomorrow, our goal is going to be the cockpit. That goal may be impacted tomorrow by a couple of environmental conditions, notably the wind, but we're going to stay conscious of kind of where those gusts and sustained winds are, and we'll make sure that we're communicating that effectively. But I do want to emphasize that should any remains be located, we have done and will continue to do an automatic work stoppage until the proper coordination with the appropriate authorities can be conducted.